and I'm Robert Gibson, and I'm Ricky Morton, and we are the Rocker Room Express, not retired NWA Warrior Tag Team Champion, and you're listening to Double Dropkick Hot. Still Duncan.
The Dove Network welcomes you to the following presentation of Double Dropkick Podcast.
Yes, sir. You know what time it is. It's DDK Saturday night, and we are live, coming to you through the power of your internet. We welcome you all from around the world, whether you're watching us live right now or later on. We thank you so very much for clicking, for joining, for watching, and please share it. And while you're watching right now, give us a good thumbs up. We have got a jam-packed show for you tonight. You know, tonight we're talking about, is there toxicity in the hobby? Where's it coming from? Is it about hobby toxic? You know, get a lot of guys that we interview off of Instagram, and they're like, you know, I try to stay away from a certain site. And we've been having discussions in the background of why, and we'll get into a little bit why that is and what's going on and what can be done to curb that. We've got some great special guests, some guys that'll give you honest feedback, honest truth, and we'll hit it where it needs to be hit so that we can hopefully bring more people into the hobby, because I get so many people that say, you know, hey, I'm following you over here, but I don't want to comment over there because of how, you know, toxic it can be. So why is that? We're going to discuss that tonight. We've also got the SummerSlam recap tonight. We're also going to talk WWE and ESPN teaming up. A lot of misinformation out there. We'll get that straight as well. And we have some Hogan news, a lot of Hogan death news that's out there. There's a whole lot of misinformation. I've got the actual report from the coroner's office. We'll go over that, of what exactly he died from and their findings. So we will talk about that. And we're going to have a whole lot of fun doing it. I welcome in each and every one of you tonight's show. Let's get it on the road with, you know, me, KEVK. And I'm going to introduce you to my sidekick, co-host of the Double Dropkick Podcast. Please welcome in Ethan Thompson. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
I'm fantastic. How are you doing out there? How's everybody doing out there in the world?
How's everybody doing in the world? Our guests are jam-packed. The helicopter's not too big. Sorry, it's a limited budget. Yeah, limited budget, but we got everybody in there. Had to stop off because Hammer didn't want to take the bus. He's like, hey, can you just drop off in Little Tennessee and pick me up and get me going over here and say hello? But we've got a jam-packed episode for all of you guys tonight. We're going to talk a whole lot of things. We're going to talk about some toxicity in the hobby. How are you feeling about this topic there, my man?
You know, I'm I'm not indifferent to it because, I think we've all had our little run-ins here and there, but, overall, like, there's just some people you just can't please, and they don't want to be pleased. They don't want to be happy. And we're going to get into it because it just tears down the fun.
Yeah, it does. It makes the hobby not what it should be, and it's just not something new people want to be into with that. We want to make sure that everybody knows where to find us at. Where do they got to find us, Ethan?
You can find us on Instagram at Double Dropkick Podcast. You can jump over to X at DDK Podcast. Send us all your good stuff. And finally on Facebook at Double Dropkick Podcast.
And then what do they got to do to be a part of the show, man?
All we're asking is very something simple. Like, share, subscribe. Hit that little buttons up, man. It goes a long way. It helps keep the juices rolling. And like it, share it, subscribe it. Because that's all we ask for in return. It's simple. Simple.
Yeah, it's not hard to do to join up. And everybody pause right now and go down to where that thumbs up button is. Give us a thumbs up. That helps this channel grow. And we're ecstatic when we keep growing, keep providing you great content that we love. And we love each and every one of you that join us, whether you watch now or later on. I know a lot of guys overseas that watch us later on, and we're so appreciative of those guys that do that. And we're going to have a fun-filled discussion tonight. Also got a little thing that we got to talk about. Somebody stealing some pictures, trying to promote it as their own kind of thing, and that's a little bit of a no, and we're going to talk all about that. But we got our guest coming on. Our first guest, is our co-host Stephen Hammer. He is going to join us. He does a lot of things in the background. We also have from Championship Belt Brothers, getting ready to come on the screen right now, Ben Walker. We also have from Instagram, you got to go follow him over on Instagram with Title Tuesday and talk to me, baby. Every time he gets on there, he has catchphrase that. It sticks in my head when I go to bed. And that's what it's meant to do, right? To take you over to his Instagram. King Coley is here today to get an Instagram view. And then we got the one and only from over at their podcast. We've had him on before, Talking Wrestling with Pond Water and Amy. They are over on the Marked Out Moments Network page, YouTube page. That's where you can go watch them at. They are also on Facebook. Go check them out. This channel also has other shows, which you got to check out. Some pretty great stuff. We've had a lot of the people that are on that. We've had Amy and Dave on, but they've also got another show over there and some specials that Dave does. That's very awesome. But you also got to check out Drunken Pop. That is on there with DJ Tim, Dave and Tim that are on there on that network too. But tonight we just have with us Pond Water Dave is going to join us and talk about what is going on with his hobby. So ladies and gentlemen, all at once, we're going to bring him on. Welcome our guest for this topic tonight. What is up, guys?
What's going on?
How's everybody doing? Give me that talk to me, baby.
Talk to me, baby. How everybody doing today?
Doing great. Dave, how you doing?
Man, if I was any better, I'd have to be twins just so I could stand it.
Now, I see something spinning in the background that's not usually there.
Yeah, I got a new refrigerator today, and it wouldn't fit back here, so I had freed up some space. And
the Bojangles champion, Jizzy Flair, has given you that belt.
he did. This is version 2.
That was version 2. I think he still has number 1, correct?
He's
He's
got
got 1 and 3.
1 and 3.
1 and 3. And I don't think that's ever going to spin. We won't start the show until it stops spinning. So how about that? We're just
For a
going
while. That thing will go forever.
I was about to say, oh, wow, because it's still going at a good pace.
Yeah, Ben Walker, how you doing, buddy? How's that going?
I'm doing all right. Doing great. Hope everybody's doing fine today.
Good. From Championship Belt Brothers, going to give that Facebook group perspective. And as well, we got the guy online with YouTube and across many of social platforms as well. He runs a great review page as well, Stephen Hammer Reviews. It's an easy name to remember because I got to just remember his name, Stephen Hammer Wrestling Reviews. Go and check him out. Hammer, part of the Double Dropkick team, usually in the background. How you doing, buddy?
What's going on, everybody? It is a beautiful day to talk about the wrestling belt drama.
He sounds a little bit better today because he invested in a mic and he looking good. Everybody got their what's Ethan got going on and what King? What you guys got going on? What are y'all doing? What are y'all?
You talking about it? We talking about a topic right here. Talking about toxic people in the belt game. So you got to put this helmet on. Stay away from it.
Right? Or you're gonna be one of them like Deadpool and talk some shit.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right. You got you're a little late there, producer. A little late. That's almost 10 seconds late. We got everybody checking in. The chat is flying off tonight. We're going to say hello to them before we jump into this topic. As we do, Ethan, I want you to kick us off as we say hello to some people, Mendoza and everything. Ethan, tell us why we wanted to do this show and what the show is really about. It's not about singling out any person or any single instance or anything in one particular group or one particular area. It's about the overall stuff that we see, and we're going to talk about. Lead us into that as we say hello to everybody.
Yeah, what we're getting at is like you can sit here all day long and just peg out one or two people that are we'll call them the high chiefs of the drama party. But at the end of the day, I've been in this hobby for 8 years now, and you just see it. It's like this vicious reoccurring cycle of like there'll be a lull, drama, lull. I don't know if it's like seasonal or what, but you get it, and it zaps the fun out of it because you can't post about without having somebody say something. You can't make even just a kind of a funny joke because people are very hypersensitive, and it's just like you get to that point where you're like, well, why am I even in the groups? I know every maker I need to get a belt from. I know how to get any belt I want. So it takes people away from the hobby, and it's not right. I've seen people leave the hobby over being bullied, which is wild to me. Like, one, it's the internet, so it's not that serious. And like the saying goes, is if you have a problem with me, text me. If you don't have my number, then you don't know me well enough to have a problem. That's just flat out how everybody should mold themselves and really think about it. If you don't have somebody's phone number and you don't know somebody that personally, bro, keep moving. Keep it moving.
I got you. That's a good beginning to what we're going to be talking about. I wanted to get everybody's opening statements before we do it. Hammer, when you know we were going to talk about this topic, is the belt hobby topic, and you saw auras at certain media sites, and we put them all up there. What was your initial, give me 30 seconds on your initial reaction to what popped in your head when, is the belt hobby toxic? And you got to thinking of it. What were you thinking of? Because I know that you've gone through some things and personally on some sites and stuff, and even your YouTube channel, you've taken comments, people being able to take down your comments because people are so hateful even on the YouTube site. So we're going to start with you on that. What have you experienced in the hobby, and what sites? You don't name specifics or whatever, but what sites they are and what things were going on that lead you into the top this topic. Is the belt hobby toxic, or is it just from certain sites?
Truthfully, when the topic came up, I kind of got red flags in my head and was like, I don't want to talk about toxicity within the belt groups. I want to talk about positivity in the belt groups because there's so much bad out there. I think from day one when I got in the hobby and I bought a Fandu belt, I was criticized for buying a Fandu belt like an Andre. Well, why didn't you just go buy a WWF logo Andre, or why didn't you buy it from this maker? You could have saved $100 or whatever. And I was just like, whoa, like I'm just learning about all this stuff. Calm down. I just bought this belt. Why are you criticizing that I bought an all gold belt and I should have bought a dual belt?
Right.
Like it's very disheartening at times how the hobby can be. And I would urge people to find your little circle of people, your circle of friends, your inner circle, and stay with those people. Everybody else is just background noise at that point. Keep those people keep those people's opinion around you that matter the most. Everybody else's opinion don't mean crap.
Right.
Everybody else's, it does matter.
All right. That's good. Good segue into leading into what we're talking about. Now, opening with you, Ben, when you saw this and you were invited on, what was going through your head and thinking, is the belt hobby really toxic? Do I see it as much? Do I ignore too much? Is it only on certain sites? What was your initial thing when we decided we want to bring this up and talk about it, as many people have come to me and saying they avoid certain areas and certain things?
Well, I mean, just like Ethan has said, I'm gonna piggyback off of what he was saying about it comes in cycles. It'll go quiet, it'll go dead, and boom, it'll explode. And a lot of people like to use this term gatekeepers, like there's some type of special task force that's out there running a hobby. It's not the case. But you got people that likes to throw that term around and try to label people as that, and we have too many people that's trying to label people instead of just enjoying the hobby and just being within a bunch of people. We all share the same passion, the same, we all have the same feeling about this. We all like to be a part of it. It's all about being part of wrestling fans. And when you get people that wants to talk down on people, that wants to be, want to act like they're better than others, they're more elitist, use material things against people, it turns people off. It's a turn off, and it deters people from being that way. And it's sad, but I always say it's never going to disappear. It's always going to be there. We just got to learn to be more resistant to it.
I got you. Dave, when we were talking about bringing you on and talking about this topic, and I know you're one that's been out in front, of saying some things, and I've heard you say it on your show too. Stop hating on people's belts, ignore them, get what you want, get what you can afford, be happy with what you can afford, that sort of thing. What was your first thought in your head when I approached you about saying, "Hey, man, you want to come on to this?" And we're going to give it a little time about, is the belt topic toxic?
And I said, with 100%, without a shadow of a doubt. And and I wanted to immediately say that Facebook is what ruined it, but that's not true. There's been toxicity in the belt hobby since back in the bulletin board days.
Right.
There was a class system set up. You had figs, or you had real, or you had figs that were re-leathered, and then that was you pick on the Figures Inc. people would be. I mean, it's always first question. Did you order who'd you order from, or is it Figures Inc.? And
right.
But then it was like a flex to get real leather, and it got to where that was the original. Then bootlegs entered the mix, and then you had the people that wanted to be the belt police. You had the people that were doing screenshots and tattling, and
oh man, yes.
And then there was a break off and another bulletin board, and it just got ugly quick. But there was a time that you could bust balls with everybody, and it was fun. Like to this day, if Russ Miller posts something or somebody says something to Russ, I'll comment Russ is a bitch. Everybody knows Russ is a bitch. Russ knows he's a bitch. But you want to know the origin of that? It wasn't a joke the first time it was said to him. They told him quit being a bitch. But what I'm saying is that to this day, 20 years, 20, almost 25 years later, I can screw with Russ that way. And then, and everybody in the belt hobby kind of knows, but there was a time that you could do it and you'd get attacked because they thought that you were going after them.
Yes, they did.
So, and especially if you don't put a laughing emoji on there or something.
Yeah. That's another thing. And when those rooms started breaking off, I mean, it fractured quickly online. It went to when there was 2, and then you get up the next morning, there was 16. And it was like, what was going on? And you try to visit one, but if you said something in the wrong one, you didn't have rules posted in these things when you went in these chat rooms, but you said something wrong, you're fine. You're like, you've been put in a 2-minute timeout. I was like, for what?
Use the search button.
Yeah, and it was
bar.
Yeah, it was just crazy with how that started, and I think it still bleeds over to people getting hurt. And I think you said a great point there is people need to understand when you're joking and when you're not joking. And it's sad that sometimes you got to tag an LOL at it because somebody will see something like you called him a B. What'll happen is somebody will screenshot that and send it to 9 or 10 of these little chat groups that everybody are in, and then try to start something with it rather than the 2 people that were in it had no problems to begin with because they knew what it was about. So, I can certainly understand that. Now the guy that we got here is the king. We got a king in the room, and King has done great things on social media and Instagram, and he's nailed down Instagram. And I remember a conversation you and me had. You try not to get on Facebook and the Facebook groups too much, just because it can be very toxic. It can be very hating. It can be not so much hating as just so much people critical of anything that you post. If they don't like it, if it's got something wrong, or if it didn't made the way it was this way or that way or this way. But tell us your experience of what made you say, hey, Instagram was better for me. And do you experience still some of that stuff on Instagram? And what do you just block them? You moving on?
See, I can start. I'm trying to figure out where can I start at. Seems like I'm the youngest in the group when it comes to the belt game. Like I said, I came in the game 2019, 2020. So yeah, I remember seeing Stephen Hammer, and I thought he was just the man. I remember I saw his YouTube and everything. I'm a big fan of him. I remember when he followed me on Instagram, I went nuts. I shared it and everything. Stephen Hammer followed me, man. This is dope. He the one that made me get this fondue looks. Like I said, it was because of him I got the fondue looks. But let's fast forward to it though. I started off on Instagram, of course, and everything. Then I try to venture off to Facebook. I don't bother nobody. Everybody know I'm a positive person. I come in, take my cool photo, put my merch on with the belt, and I call it a day. I share it. Then I said, all right, let me try to get to Facebook and everything. I go to Facebook and just do the same exact thing I do on Instagram, try to bring it to Facebook, and then I was not getting the same reaction. Why you do this? Why is it that? He doing too much. Why it got to be like this? Who made that belt? Why all you got is replicas? All you got is shop replicas. Like, man, I'm just trying to enjoy the game. I'm not doing nothing wrong. So yeah, so I tend to try to stay away from that because I was just catching strays on Facebook, on the Facebook groups. Instagram and everything, I get a lot of love and everything because, like I said, I don't have nothing negative to say about nobody. I'm positive, but I still get my here and there's on that, and I still don't understand why, but I don't even question it. But do I block them? No, because you know why? They still give me my engagement that I look for, and I love it and everything. But yes, you get your negative people no matter what, because people are just miserable in this world, and it sucks. It sucks. And like I said, Poundwater Dave just said, Poundwater Dave, I'm sorry. This society right now is just so sensitive because if I clap back at somebody and say something wrong, they're going to report my page, and I lose all my hard work that I did. If I just say something, damn near the same thing they saying, I just get it at a different level, and then it's going to be bad if I say something back. I get reported, or I get blocked, or I lose my monetization and all that stuff if I say something back and I stoop down to their level, which sucks. But yeah.
Even so, you're talking about, so if somebody says something on Instagram and you block it or you do something, they try to be vindictive and and report your channel for something, this, that, and the other. Does Instagram ever come to you with? I'm not real good on Instagram because I'm getting old and it takes like 9 buttons to be able to post one thing. I like X better, but does Instagram come to you and be like, "Hey, this was reported, and we see that there's no real value in this, and we know your channel is good"? Do they?
Yeah, Instagram tells everything. Tells you who did it, and what was said, and what happened. This person reported this, and then you give your little rebuttal and everything, so I can keep my monetization going. So yeah, so I'm gonna use two Tuesdays ago. I'm live on Cole's Corner doing my live like I do every Tuesday. Some belt maker came in and said, "Hey, brother, I got this belt and I do this, that." And I said, "Please get out of my live. I don't want you in my live." I said, "I don't no soliciting on my live." Boom! I got reported. My live went down quick. I was like, "What the heck?"
Wait! Just for reporting your live, it was shut down immediately.
Shut down immediately. Like everybody was like, "What happened?" And then like, yeah, I couldn't even get on my stuff. And then later it came on and it told what happened. Yeah, it sucked because they did that. It said I was bullying.
Did they even watch it before they shut it down?
No, they shut it down immediately. Then you get your defense after the fact, and then that's when they'll go back and they'll review it after the fact. I guess I don't know, but my page ended up coming up like an hour later after that because of that.
That's like you're guilty, but we'll throw you in jail first, and then we'll hear you what your defense is later because it shuts down the whole thing. That seems just terrible for Instagram to do, to where anybody can just do that, and all you're trying to do is say, "Hey, don't advertise or don't promote in my hard work that I've done. Don't promote in something that I've built. Go build your own brand, where make relationships with your own thing." It sure is Stone Cold. And it's shut down. Were you able to just restart it, or it wouldn't let you restart it for a whole certain?
So like I said, it took an hour for everything to come back. But like I said, I only go live for an hour, so I had to just come back next week and do it all over again and start fresh. But hey, it is what it is. But like I said, even to this day, like it's cool with that. But like Facebook, like let's go back. I try to stay out of Facebook groups. It's toxic. I sit here and post some stuff. I sit here and say I'm the creator of Title Tuesday, and I get all type of attacks. AEW created it. WWE created it. I'm looking like, all right, man. It is what it is. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay over here in Instagram land and stay off Facebook. And so I don't even post nothing on Facebook like no more like I used to.
but that live taken down was on your Instagram, right?
On Instagram, yes, correct.
So that could happen again your very next week, unless you block this guy. So if you block this guy, then he ultimately can't.
Yeah, I counter reported him. He reported me, then I reported him. So he can't come back no more. But I didn't block him though.
See, I'm getting ready to kick Dave off the show because he's getting too many more shout outs than I am, and I'm it's just like what. I mean, it's. Hold on, wait a minute. Let's just play the music.
Well, she's
as the Pond Water Dave Show and Amy. Welcome to the Pond Water Dave Saturday. Welcome in to all our guests tonight. We're here at the Pond Water and Amy Show. Welcome in.
Put that for me because I want to make that the song next week.
Yes, yes.
I think that's part. If you think about it, though, it's really part of the groups. I think it's part of the group's fault, especially on Facebook. Because it's a lot of, and I'm gonna offend some people saying this. There's a lot of sheep mentality in this hobby.
Yes,
they're very, very, very pack oriented, and there's always the leader of the sheep in the group, and then everybody kind of follows. So it's one of those things. Is just like I've had issues with X person, but then I'm blocked on I'm blocked on Facebook by Y and Z because they're friends with X, but I didn't say anything to Y and Z. But now they're my mortal enemy too, which is I don't understand how people just can't like one man up too, because like a big part of I think what it is envy's the thief of joy, and there's a lot of like people that are low key envious of other people in this hobby, and for multiple reasons. Some of these guys got great jobs. Some of these guys are like King Coley that can just look at a camera and take a fantastic picture, and or what
I don't
belt you
try anymore.
have.
I block it. I block it, and I was trying to put on some stuff or whatever, and then I started painting my face black. Whatever. Logan was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm want to be King Cole." She's like, well, "You will get in trouble for that. That's something you can't do anymore." I was like, "All right, I'll wipe it all off."
You better not do that. You better not do that.
Yeah, you can't do that no more. No,
I don't know if King Cole, have you seen the TikTok of the dude standing in front of the mirror trying to figure out if he can sing?
Yeah.
And he's like, once. That's us trying to take a picture, trying to imitate King Coley. We're just like, once.
Yes.
Snatch this day, bro.
Dude, I have a chalk line jacket. I tried to put it on. I don't look near as cool as King Coley over there. So it doesn't work for me.
I look like the retard I did in 5th grade wearing it. I was like, I don't make it look cool anymore. But I was trying, then the next day I was going to dress up as Ben Walker for Halloween. She's like, no, you can't do that anymore either. No. It's like, what a world we live in that we can't.
Hey,
Fred Sanford's rolling over in his grave on some of his episodes, and Ben knows what I'm talking about.
Be thankful you can dress up as a multitude of people. All I get to dress up as your lawn care specialist.
Oh man,
He agrees with you, Pondwater, that Russ is. What'd you say? What'd you say? Russ is
documented. But
Russ is a what again? I couldn't hear you that last time. Russ is a what?
Russ is a bitch.
I love it.
Let me tell you. Let me give y'all. I'm gonna give everybody a strong piece of advice.
There you go.
Because when somebody has a problem with somebody else, stay out of it. Treat people deal with each individual how they deal with you. Because a lot of time publicly, when people are into it, you don't know just how you don't know the depth of it. Because once upon a time, and I'm not going to name any names, I had somebody's back 100%.
Right.
And then I'm into it with people that I don't know. And, that was a mistake. And I'm so much happier now that, like I said, if we get along fine, and if somebody says something cute to me, unfollow.
But I think it's even deeper than that, because
block. There you go.
I've just made statements on situations that have happened. Like I've just said, hey, my opinion, and that's all it is my opinion or my thought on the situation. And by the next morning, there's threads about me because it's been interpreted that I said this MFer should die or a scammer or blah blah blah, when I just made a statement about something, because I'm the type of person in real life, if I'm on some dumb stuff, I expect my friends to be like, hey, you're being stupid.
and I've told you that.
Yeah, and vice versa. If you're on some dumb stuff, I'm gonna be like, hey, you're on some dumb shit right now, and you need to chill the hell out.
I'm perfect.
But people can't do that. People can't do that in this hobby. No, people don't take it. It's like this real. It's the fake machismo of the hobby, because like a lot of these people that are angry have never been hit in the face. And their opinions would change if they got hit in the face. That's why I don't worry about anybody that's in a group or anything like that, because the same energy they have online, I'll put any amount of money on it. If I was in their face, they wouldn't keep that same energy.
Bingo.
So I don't worry about it.
I say that a lot. Like I said, let's sit here and talk about the last time I was on Facebook. I ain't gonna say no names, but this is what happened. I'm cool with a certain individual that a lot of people in the belt game don't like. But that's not my problem that y'all dislike him. But somebody want to attack me for being cool with him, and then start saying
it's me. You can say it. Nobody likes me. I don't know why.
Nah. Everybody loves you. But to sit here and say my opinion isn't valid because I'm cool with this person. I'm looking like, what the hell I do? I was like, I didn't do anything. I don't bother nobody. You know that I'm cool with this person. And I sit here and say, whatever beef y'all got, that is between y'all. I'm cool with you and I'm cool with him. And I left it at that. But I'm getting attacked on Facebook because somebody had said, King Coley got a leather redone by this person, and like he's like King Coley don't know nothing. He don't know what he talking about because he's friends with such and such, and
Wow.
like cause that speaks for his judgment. And I was like, and so I'm look like, what the fuck I do? And I was like, what me being cool with somebody got to do with my belt judgment? I was just like, all right. And I said it in the comment. I said, I told you already, y'all beef is y'all beef. I'm cool with you and I'm cool with him. We already discussed this. So why are we on this platform, on this comment thread, and everybody's involved in our business? I just say, you know
Exactly.
what, man?
You buy some belts from JB Toys. A
Yeah.
lot of people don't like JB Toys. That
Yeah.
doesn't mean I'm gonna hate you
Yeah.
for buying belts from JB. You're cooler than Ice Cubes, man.
Yeah.
You're so cool, right?
Yeah.
Ice Cubes are jealous of you. You're so cool. But I'm not gonna be mad at you for buying belts from this maker or that maker. I don't care who you buy from.
His money. It's
I
his
don't
money.
care about that. And there's
Yeah.
too many people in the belt hobby that do care about who you
Yeah.
buy from. You're only supposed to buy from this maker or that maker. And if you don't have it from this maker, then your belt is trash. Oh, you
Yeah.
have a 2 millimeter belt? That's trash. You should have bought 4. Why are people ruining other people's happiness in this belt hobby?
Mark, no. Come on, Mark.
I wouldn't even bother nobody. Since we just name dropped, yes, I'm cool with JB Toys. So I don't sit here and name drop the other guy. Belts by Dan. I did nothing with none of this. Like I said, and I got involved in it because I'm cool with JB, and I didn't do anything. We talked about this thoroughly in the conversation. I have nothing to do with it. I am about peace and happiness. Leave me the hell alone. I'm
Yeah.
getting
You're
tagged.
you're just a casualty of the ego war, is what you are. And that's the thing is okay, everybody thinks I have a problem with Richard Simpson, but when somebody comes to me and says, "Hey, who's the best stoner in the game?" There's one person, Richard Simpson. I can separate that thing, and I generally don't have any problems. So it's just people need to adult.
Well, also, let me piggyback on that and point something else out too. And it doesn't happen as much, but we all get inboxed. Like the worst thing that you can possibly do is say, "Hey, I'm looking for this kind of belt." And then you know that you're going to get 18 messages with 14 different variations of the name Muhammad.
Yes.
So, but what I'm saying is it becomes fashionable to make fun of those inbox messages. Well, when I met Muhammad Zubair, he inboxed me. He told me he made belts, and I was like, okay, cool. I don't need any right now, thank you. And he didn't keep on with me. That's the thing that makes it escalate, is that they won't take no for an answer, and it just keeps on and keeps on and keeps on, and then you have to shut them down. But fast forward 3 weeks later, my wife was in a belt group that I wasn't in. Like, she was coming back here taking pictures of belts and posting them, and I'm not even in the group. But she said somebody's wanting to know who they should go to about a IWGP version 4. And I said, hang on, I think a maker just got in my inbox, and I'll ask him about it. And I went back and I messaged him, and he hit me with the price he was doing it for, like $3. I don't know if you're supposed to say. I'll say it because this has been 3 years ago.
Right.
V4 was $330 shipped.
Wow.
I told my wife, I said, or was it $305? It was cheap. I mean, it was a good price for one. I tell you that to tell you that I told her this is what this guy said. But I think I'm going to buy one from that guy. And if I don't like it, I'll sell it. But if I like it better than the one I have, because I won one in a raffle, I'll sell the raffle belt. And I gave him the order. Great experience. Incredible belt. And he was very receptive to where the names went on the nameplates, and at the correct order, and because I had that, and I let him know. And the first that's where the relationship started. But if he would have pissed me off, he'd have been blocked, and you never know when you might want to go back, or with one of these, maybe your maker, something happens, and then all of a sudden they they tend to fall off, and they're not anymore. I'm just saying that if they're not ugly to you at first, don't be so quick to jump into threads and make fun of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, but if you got the thread where you tried to tell them no, and then they just escalated and got ugly, then it's fair game.
Yeah.
Kind of like FedEx throwing my packages out on the driveway.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is,
oh, this man.
but don't get mad. Don't get mad just because they're shooting their shot trying to sell you a belt.
Yeah.
You get mad when they don't take no for an answer and get ugly.
Yeah, that's what I get mad at. I can tell them no.
They keep going. Right.
Yeah, brother, I'll give you best price. I'm not interested. Brother, just give me one chance. I am not interested. Brother, please work with me. I want you to be my middleman. I want nothing to do with you. Just leave me alone.
Right. Go that way.
Yeah.
Hey.
And that's exactly how it is with me. I used to always bother Hammer. Hey, who made this belt? I used to always DM what belt? Who should I go to for this belt? Like, yeah, he used to always give me sound advice. I know I used to be a pest to Hammer, but yeah.
Well, I'm gonna send you his phone number. He likes the calls right at 3:30 in the morning on his day.
Loves them.
Loves them. Loves them.
Oh my.
Robinson's comment about
David, which one?
Robinson just had a comment about a maker telling him that charge more because DSL claims he lives in a rural area.
That's
Well, at one time, it was $50 extra for UPS, FedEx, or DHL to come to my house. But I shipped it directly to my wife. My wife works in a big city, so I ship it to her at work and get around that. So
that must have been a long time ago because I'm way, way out in the country and I don't get that kind of charge.
Yeah, makers tell me that too when they ship a belt to me. I live in a rural area, so like they have to charge me more for it to get delivered to me.
Well, I mean, I verified it with it was a $50 extra from the big three, and it didn't last long. But at that time, I got around it by shipping to Jackson. So
right now, I contacted DHL on that, and DHL says if you will just say you don't want to do that or you put up a fight, they will drop that thing. But DHL did tell me, and this was a couple years ago, they said, we do have some areas where we don't have normal routes. Mm-hmm. So it is further for us. They say we're not as big in this area as maybe FedEx is or the brown guys, UPS is or something like that. And if a maker gives you that, then I would say, okay, well then use another source, use another thing. This, that, and the other, or split the cost. But if you feel that that's not true, instead of just going on a tangent post over everything and upsetting everybody everywhere, contact DHL yourself and ask if it is. And then you can go back to the maker and say, this is not happening. This is not right. So you need to either use somebody else because that I was just told that was not true. And, give them the two other things. But the way things, and that maybe used to be back when, but now because of the days of Amazon and everybody ordering everything, there's routes going everywhere now. So we really shouldn't hit into that thing. One thing I did want to hit into is, Hammer, when we were talking about the toxicity of, we've gotten into, the Facebook groups, and I don't see it. The thing I see on X is I don't ever see anybody crap anybody on X or this, that, and the other. X seems to be a place where one-on-one fighting happens about everything else, but there's not a whole lot of belt hobby stuff on there. So I think that's put out there on the way. I don't see that stuff there. But Hammer, you had an instance that, if you don't mind bringing up on why you removed the comments from when you post videos and things, that, and the other, what certain people were doing on YouTube that made you have to turn your comments off on some great videos, and you're one of the all-time greats in making these videos. Why did you have to do that?
It got to a point to where it was like people, I don't want to say all people, a very small minority of people didn't care about whatever belt was being showed. They didn't care about the maker. They didn't care about the price. They didn't care about none of that. They cared about, oh, you're fat. You shouldn't be making videos. Oh, you're fat. You should be. Hey, instead of investing in a wrestling belt that sits on your shelf, you should invest in a treadmill. It's idiotic comments like that that I hated seeing. People would just ignore the belt, and they would ignore how happy I felt, like getting a new belt and unboxing it and feeling like Ric Flair. Woo! People ignored all of that, but they just want to care about, oh, you look funny or you sound funny. Because years ago, I was diagnosed with a slurred speech, basically is what it is. It's a muscle weakening disease. So at times I kind of sounded like I was slurring my words in my videos, and it was disheartening, but I still loved making videos, so I did it anyway. But people wanted to take that little piece of my life and be like, hey, you sound drunk. Why are you making videos? You sound terrible. Dude, get a treadmill. It was just very terrible things.
Holy crap.
And people would even say stuff about my wife when she was in a video once, talking like reviewing some of my belts, and it's like terrible things. Oh, both of you guys are fat. Like both of you guys wear glasses, and like very terrible things.
They're hiding behind the screen. That's why.
Hiding behind the screen, savages.
And that's the thing is, like, me and Hammer have had plenty of conversations about that, because I was one of the ones that when he shut the comments down, I'm like, bro, I know why you're doing it, but at the same time, these are people on the internet that are never going to come to your face. They don't know you as a person. They don't know you as an individual. Right. And they're sitting at home miserable because you're doing something that they dream about doing. You're living a life that they dream about living. You have more respect than they'll ever have in their life. So, for me, I'm the biggest critic I'll ever have. I've said continuously, nobody's ever going to tell me anything I haven't said 6 inches from a mirror. So whatever somebody else is going to tell me, I ain't worried about it. I ain't trying to hear you. I'm fat. Hey, I can't hide it. But you know what? Get with the fatty. You're going to call me daddy. That's just what happens. And that's the way you got to embrace it, because the internet, I want to say the internet, YouTube and Facebook have been the two that I've noticed.
Yeah, absolutely. Recently I turned all my comments back on, but YouTube will actually give you a thing where you can enter strict mode. So now if people say something stupid, YouTube will automatically take that comment and put it somewhere else to where it doesn't show up automatically in your comment section. So now it's more peaceful in my comment section. People are having more fun. I get a lot more questions, who made the belt, yada yada, even though I say it in videos every single time. But you still have to tell people. But yeah, YouTube was very bad for a while, and it got so disheartening. I got to a point where I was like, I'm selling every single one of these belts. I don't care anymore. I don't care about the friends that I'm losing in the belt hobby. I don't care about these Facebook groups. I don't care about the belts. Other things were happening as well, like losing my parents and stuff like that. But I was so just depressed and in that funk, I did not care anymore. And I'm so glad that I've blossomed out of that funk, and I'm able to post videos and stuff again, and it feels really nice. It really does.
Yeah. Can you say that word blossom again?
He said blossom.
Yeah. Well, the bigger you get, the more hate you're going to get.
Absolutely.
Because you can go to one of the lives of something that Conrad Thompson's hosting, and oh my God,
yes,
it's horrible in the chat.
I don't know if they have a chat monitor or anything, but some of those things that I've seen, I'm like, did he? But I don't know Conrad personally, but it seems to me like it's one of those things where like, okay, yeah, keep commenting. Here, honey, here's 1,000 for your troubles. Get back to your basement. And he seems like a person that stuff rolls off to him. He seems like a very chill guy. Okay, great, whatever. You happy go lucky guy. I'm pretty sure none of that bothers them. But I think after a while, some things can take their toll. Like Hammer was saying,
yeah.
Like King Coley was saying, after a while, things kind of take their toll, and that's where it comes into where I think Instagram. I don't see it a whole lot there. We don't see it a whole lot of X. YouTube as doing different things. It seems to be the things that are open type spaces. So this is what we're getting to, is it really seems like a lot of the toxicity comes from Facebook groups. And there are some groups that are a lot less lenient on policing. And there's some groups that are a lot more stringent, that have monitors, that have moderators and things like that, that monitor things, have more set rules and this, that, and the other. Like in Wide World of Belts, if you crap on somebody's new belt day and you immediately go, you're gone. I don't care if you've been there 5 years and it's been your bad day or whatever, you're gone.
Good.
Why would you need somebody's new belt day and you're going to tell them that's bad quality, the art's incorrect, the leather's crappy, it's a boot, it's an idiot. Why would you do that? Don't matter if somebody paid $150 for it or 10,000 ring used. It's their money, it's their time, it's their belt, and they're trying to show it off in a community that people like. I love belts. And I'd love to see belts posted in my group and the other groups that I'm admin in every day. Different. Take a different picture of the same belt outside, in here, in there. We don't all got to take pictures on our dirty bed sheets and then put them on Facebook. little FYI there. We can.
Well, we all can't be as cool as King Coley over here, but we try.
Do something different with it. But yeah, in certain Facebook's groups, it does get toxic. And I think that's where the things have got to be reeled in. Now, the other thing people got to understand is that people have got upset with things that are said or done in the group, and then they message the admin and are upset that the admin didn't message them right back. We all have jobs. We all have lives. We all have careers, a hobby we can sit down on the. So it might take a little bit of time for something to get removed or taken down. You just kind of got to watch and wait for it.
So I got a question. Do you think, because like we said, we've narrowed it down to kind of Facebook and YouTube, do you think it partly because the anonymity behind it? Because like King Coley said, in Instagram, it tells you who reported them, what they said, and so you got that. With Facebook, it doesn't tell you who reported you, and YouTube, it doesn't tell you who reported you. So you can have a miserable person just sitting there behind the computer, just reporting you for the sake of it because they got nothing better to do with their life, and there's anonymity behind it because YouTube's not going to tell you who's reporting it.
Right. They don't.
Facebook's not going to tell you who's reporting it. So it gives them that glass house that they want. And I think it would cure a lot of it if Facebook and YouTube did what Instagram does and tells you who's reporting it.
I agree.
They need to do that. That would be better if they could do that. But it looked like they got some technology they need to catch up with. You would think because they under the same umbrella, would do that with at least with Instagram and Facebook. But
yeah, with AI, I would think it'd be a lot easier when you go to the YouTube thing, it talks about moderation of your chat. Do you want it basic? Do you want it increased? Do you want it? So they've got an AI here on YouTube that is increasingly aware of the comments and how you're phrasing things. And things are, I think, is going to get smarter and smarter and smarter. And these people will just have to go back to the regular old lives of playing the same Nintendo 64 that they have, being bored, eating Hot Pockets, having no life, not being able to do anything, and the hobby being 24/7 and everything on their life in it.
Yeah.
And that's one of the sad things, and people got to understand. Don't let somebody take the joy away of a hobby. I don't care. Unless the only person that's coming on this earth who walked this earth perfectly, who would tell me to stop enjoying this hobby would be Jesus. And I really doubt that's going to happen. But I'm not letting anybody on this earth ruin my enjoyment of the hobby, my enjoyment of doing a show. I mean, I've had people attack this show. I've had people, this show has been reported over 20 times for certain things. And YouTube come to me and say, we see it's vindictive. We see it's bullcrap. Go about your business. Yeah, that happens. And it's because these individuals have no life. Pondwater, you were getting ready to say something?
Yeah, I was going to talk about on the one of the things that I think's calmed it down. Like in Ben's group, you post something, Ben's got to approve it. An admin's got to approve it. In Classic Championship belts, I'm an admin on there. Somebody wants to comment. There's a few that there's a few that automatically are allowed to post without commenting.
Right.
But there's not going to be a bad post come through because we have the ability to keep that from happening.
Right.
And I think those, when you know that you just don't have carte blanche to crap on somebody, I think that you tend not to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I wish that applied to comments. That's only to post.
Right.
You can still comment and be slick, but and I'm speaking for Championship Belt Brothers. That group is the members in there are so great. They will report you. You will get reported for a comment, and we will look into it, and we will get rid of it, and we will get rid of that person too. Nobody's above getting removed.
Hell yeah.
I've always said that because we rather keep the peace.
You up so clean when you said that. It was right in the middle of a pause. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
It was right in the middle.
I thought I was spitting lyrics there. It had my background going for me. But yeah, it's just, you know, if you control it, this is to the admins. If you control your group, control the traffic, everything stays peaceful. And Kevin does that with Love Those Wrestling belts and Big Boy belts. There's various groups out there. We control it. But then there's some groups out there that are built on causing trouble.
Yes. And it sucks. Just like I said, piggyback off what Kev was talking about, like you said, people sit there and expect you to post all the time. When I message the administrator, I'm not administrator of Title Tuesday. I just reshare everybody's stuff on Title Tuesday. And if I get all hell, fire, and brimstone if I miss somebody's Title Tuesday post. I do work a 9 to 5. I got 2 kids. I work out. I say I got a life, and then
Did you really have to throw that in? We can see that, bro. Did you really have to
Right?
Did you really have to? I mean,
it'd be funny because people think I'm a small guy. Like we sit here and talk
I pull a muscle when I fart now. Right? I don't need to hear all that.
Like nobody gonna say something to my face. I ran into a guy at a show. He was talking bad about me and everything, and I was like, "See you one day." And then I seen him, and he didn't expect me to be so big, and he was like. Sorry.
How tall are you, Coley?
I'm only 6 foot. I'm 6 foot, 250 pounds. So it's just like, well, like you see me in person, like, wow. For some reason, people think I'm short. It's just like, I'm not a short guy.
I was 5'10". I was going 5'10".
I thought you were about 5'5". I did.
Well, we
nobody in the hobby is as short as Nick Carnival.
we have 6 foot. Remember, we have 6 foot midgets in the hobby too. Remember that.
This comment right here from Brian Allen. The first part of it is very, very for those people out there that get discouraged or have something commented on their belt. Listen, read that first sentence. Ethan, read me that first sentence. Read that first sentence.
Hold on, I'm frozen.
Are you frozen?
Am I frozen?
No, you're moving.
You're not frozen.
You're moving.
I'm frozen on my screen.
Okay, well, that means you need to pay your internet, but you're not frozen. Anyway, Brian Allen puts his comment here says, some people are creepishly invested.
Yeah.
That is so exact. Reading every post in every group, just looking for anything to complain about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You see it every day. Yeah, you see it every day.
I'm going to say it again. Some people are creepishly invested, reading every post in every group, just looking for anything to complain about.
Yeah, they're looking for something.
And those tail feathers are wrong.
And a lot of those same people turn any kind of drama into their plight of a drama that they're going to fight.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get it.
It is crazy because let me post a picture of me holding a woman's belt. It's like World War III. I don't mind it. I laugh at it now. Like I said, it rolls off the back. It rolls off my back. Like I always say, thank you for the engagement, especially on Instagram.
Yeah, this is the hobby.
Yeah.
You take it and so I'm gonna do this for Ben anyway. This is the hobby, and you take this.
Okay.
And
you wait till tomorrow night. Keep talking. Keep talking. Got you tomorrow night.
My Niners are playing right now.
No,
I got it recorded
tomorrow night. Keep talking.
This is and 1985 Bears are still seeing this in their nightmare.
I was about to
anyway,
shoot you with the one bird.
I'm a guy in Michigan that love the Raiders.
There you go. Your head coach, love him. But you're able to sit this on a shelf and be done with it. Some people live in that. They live online. They live on Twitter. They live on Facebook. And these people grow accustomed to this and they think it's their world. And what I like that good Facebook groups are doing, and I'm going to go around and give a recommendation to people and see what they think, and ask them what they're doing in their group. But in Wide World of Belts, we look at every person that comes in. We're not clicking for numbers. I'm looking if you're active in the hobby, if you are a collector. I'm looking at your likes to see who your likes, because you'll get Dan Smith, and all of a sudden all 4 of his pictures have been posted today, and it's a white guy living in Missouri, and all of his likes are Kim Dong-hoo, Muhammad, or Muhammad Nawal Naheen. And wait a minute, this is either a maker trying to get in your group or whatever. We go that far, and then we type their name in to see if there's any scamming anything or anything. And I recommend groups doing that. And most great groups and good groups all do that now. They've also done the thing to where they're putting all sales posts on one post so that you can see more of people's positivity and their new belt days and congratulate them and their engagements and their new videos and their wrestling content. You don't want to go into a group, and I didn't, where it's the first 50 things I'm trying to scroll through to see something is nothing but the same 4 belts that are sold and posted every single day. Right. So they've got towards that. But, being invested, watching, putting people that are noted for doing wrong things, or if they've done something stupid before and you've warned them, you put them on post approval. Those are some things that can help keep it out. But don't be afraid to go to your admin and say, hey, man, and we're not talking. Think before you message an admin about what it's about. If somebody's crapping on your belt on your new belt day and going at it, report that to the admin. You shouldn't be doing that. If somebody's making a joke and they laugh about it, and this, that, and the other, message the person and find out.
The thing is, pay attention. Not everything has to go straight to an admin after every little fight. Yeah. You could also just work it out with that other person and either just block them or figure out some kind of common ground.
Just block them.
I can't stand it when there's some small interaction in one of these groups and it's like, well, now I'm going to message Ben. And then like this, hey, Ben, this happened and this happened. And then now Ben's got to figure out both sides of this story here to figure out what exactly happened. Or hear me out, just talk to that person, be an adult, or just block them. It's really that simple. Not all of us need to be dragged into your drama.
I have those in CBB. I'm going to tell that. I'm going to tell. I got those in CBB.
Also, to the toxicity of the hobby, pay attention to the group you're joining because there are fake groups.
There's fake. Yep.
Yeah, and then there's also groups that are run by scammers, actual scammers. That if you'll type in their admin names, they're scammers. We've had an episode on this channel where we talked about it and went through it. It was Facebook groups, the good and bad, and we listed groups that have scammers that run them, belt makers that run them. Not all of that is bad as the dude. I'm talking about the belt makers that are scamming, or some people that are actual scamming, fake profiles that are admins that are doing that in there for one purpose. So I want to ask Dave, what do you as an admin in your group? How do you guys police, the drama and the toxicity and hatefulness on people's belts in your group? What do you guys do, and what do you expect out of your group? And what's the name of your group again?
It's Classic Championship Belts, and I gotta tell you, I think I've only deleted or blocked or thrown somebody out once. We don't have a lot of that. It's just they don't do it that much, and when when somebody tries to join the group, I used to, if you didn't answer the questions, I used to immediately decline.
Right.
Because I'd get, it just depends on kind of mood I'm in that day. If we're mutual friends, I'll look. If we have mutual friends, I'll look. Mutual groups, I'll look. like if they're in Ben's group, they're in Wild World of Belts, or even in or the Click. I know that they don't just let that they're pretty tight about who gets in theirs.
Very.
So I'll go ahead and do it. But
I just sent the request and I ain't got no belts on my stuff.
Hey, I'm doing it too.
But I've got the but I'll do what you said. When we get somebody, I'll hit their profile. I'll look.
Mm-hmm.
Because just because they've been on since 2009, they may not have posted since 2016. Their account may be hijacked.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Or if you belong to 500 groups, and there's only one mutual group, then I kind of look at that. Like,
if you don't have any mutual
just joining groups.
Yeah, if you don't have mutual groups, like if I don't see Classic Championship belts or Big Boys belts or Love Those Wrestling belts or Wide World belts, if I don't see some of those groups, if I don't see any groups, we're hesitant to let you in.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't see some common ones, we're hesitant to let you in. If you're in, like you said, Dave, if you're in 300 groups and you're in a bunch of wrestling belt for sale groups,
yeah,
I'm kind of turned
our
off.
one mutual group is Monopoly Go, then no.
Right.
Well, another thing to look out for is like, hey, if a new profile was made like a month or two
2025.
Yeah, I'm like, no,
decline. And that's the other thing was with Championship Belt Brothers. I put it in the filters. If your profile is less than 6 months old, it auto declines you.
Yeah, we do that too, unless somebody can vouch for you.
If somebody can vouch for you,
can vouch for you. But I do want to say this, and Chris and Nick are great guys. Their group stared away and was getting into a lot of stuff letting happen. And in the past 6 months, they've said, nope, we're done with this. Y'all have gone too far with it. We're pulled it back. They've added me as an admin. That group is cleaned up, and now it runs like the other ones do. But I want to tell you what I see a whole lot in all these groups that I am an admin in, is that you will see and be very careful on this, admins, account from 2016, 2011, 2009. Like, that's been up there for a while, but you click on it and all you're able to see anybody's picture that they've done as a headline picture. What do you call it? Profile picture. Oh. But all their profile pictures are on today or yesterday, and there's just 4 or 5 of them. But the account's from 2009 or whatever, and then you go into it, no post available, maybe 2 or 3 friends. Be very, very careful of that, because that's somebody's account that's been taken over or not used anymore. They've got into it, using it to put some fake stuff up and go into it.
Yeah,
that's why we've started adding a question: were you recommended in this group by someone? Please name them. And that helps us get through a lot. And I recommend a lot of the groups do that too. Hey, if you're recommended, or if you know somebody in this group, let us know who it is, put their name in, this, that, and the other. But Ben, what else do you guys do in your group to keep your members safe?
Well, I mean, we screen a lot, and we work as a team, just like all the other groups. We talk. We have a group chat. We talk. We share, and we all talk amongst each other and the other admins. We all talk and share. Hey, this guy just tried to get in our group. It's all tight knit. We try to keep it in that circle to try to help each other out. If one person got a scammer in their group, trust me, if you scam somebody, your name spreads within 5 minutes or less. It will spread, and you will start seeing yourself leaving groups or being removed from groups within 5 minutes, or less. But for the most part, we just try to make sure we screen, and if we're kind of hesitant on somebody's profile, we'll decline it. We have no problem doing that, and we also we have post approval, so a lot of that mess don't get through. You got guys that still act like they can't read instructions when we say don't post for sale stuff outside of the for sale post. You have that, but it's we just decline that posting and warn them.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just basically just keeping control of the situation, and stay out of it. Like Dave said, I had to learn the hard way. I try to befriend somebody and he turned rogue against me and said all kind of nasty stuff about me and others. Had to let him go. Leave him alone. Let him go on about his own way. He can go walk his own path. Hopefully in traffic.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I used to try to be in so many groups, but if shots are fired, or I just leave.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm just very limited, and I like to be part of the groups.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's y'all have named some groups that, in a positive way tonight, that just for me, my lack of not knowing anything about them, haven't attempted to join them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't go looking for new belt groups at this point.
There you go. That's the spirit.
I think one thing we can learn, and Steven touched on it, was, there's so many different personalities in groups in the belt hobby and everything like that. You're going to take whatever's posted and you're going to contextualize it in a certain type of way. And it's not always going to come across. I'm one of those people. I can 100% tell you, you're either going to love me or you're going to hate me. There's no middle. But he's okay. No, there's no middle. You're either going to like me or you're not. And that's fine. But for me, again, I think if we learn to get in the habit, all of us, because I'm as guilty as anybody, I'm not abstaining from anything, learn to get in the habit. If we have an issue, use a PM.
Yep.
Talk about it, because you know what? Over a post, over whatever, it's just not going to come across the way you intend it to come across. And by doing that, maybe we can eliminate some of the BS. And like for me, like I'm grateful because now I'm in a chat with a group of guys that at any given point, 7 nights a week, man, I'm having a joyous time because we're all in there laughing, joking, sharing music. And it's not just belts, it's music, it's life, man. Me and Tyler Dove just going crazy. Like there's so much goodness in the hobby. We need to focus on that. And you get guys like Ben, Pondwater Dave, King Coley, and then we get these guys like Ringside Mafia. I'm trying. We try. We can try. That's all we bro, I get it. All I can do is try. I'm never going to be there. I'm like,
I want to be part of the mafia. Come on, man. I talk to you.
I'll get y'all a shirt.
Yeah, we'll take it.
I want to go now before we would you want to finish that comment up, Ethan?
No, go ahead.
No, I got one thing to say.
Oh,
Hey,
okay. Go ahead.
Do one thing, like when it comes to these belt groups, like I said, Stephen Hammer catches a lot and he DMs me quick. I get so many fake pages of King Coley and my pictures is on there and everything, and it's just like, it's terrible. It's trash. That's another reason I try to stay off Facebook too, because people take my stuff and they run it. People report it. Shout out to the people that get it, especially Hammer. I love him to death. And it's like, but it's just like, man, this is out of control. All these belt groups with my pictures and face try to sell belts and making me look bad. And there's this other guy that's selling belts for $20, and people keep falling for the scam. And I'm like, what? Like, and they coming to me, and I'm looking like, why would you even believe that you about to get a WWE replica belt for $20 and you seeing me unboxing it? Like, what's the matter with you? And it's like, and they come to me like I'm the bad guy. Like
that
I'm
is you in that commercial.
Yeah, it is me exactly holding this replica.
I've seen that commercial.
Everybody's seen that commercial.
Oh my goodness!
So I wanted to go around the room before we move on to I wanted to talk to everybody about SummerSlam and cover that topic too. Yeah. But the thing that I wanted everybody to help with the guys remembering. For new people coming into the hobby, a recommendation on the Facebook groups and what to do, something to help with these individuals that may be feeling attacked or don't like the toxicity of it, or giving them some advice on how to stay clear of it and what to do with me. I would say, ignore the people that want to be the drama. Ignore it. That's the number one thing to do, because after a while they're just talking to the wall. And they'll be infatuated with you that they're talking about you so much. Report admins if somebody's crapping on your belt or your new belt day or this, that, and the other, hitting on it, because that shouldn't be. And the other thing is, again, don't let anybody ruin the hobby for you. It's your enjoyment. It's a hobby. Remember that. Put it away when you're done with it, and then come back to another. Don't let anybody ever spoil the joys that these belts bring. I got these belts because of the childhood memories that they bring me when I hold them and look at them. Don't let anybody ruin that for you. Pond Water, what advice would you have on that, or the same?
When you come in, just everybody should treat everybody the way they want to be treated. If you're new in a group, introduce yourself. Hey, I'm just getting into the hobby. Also, as people that like 20 plus year guys or 3 or 4 year guys, there's no stupid questions. Don't treat somebody like a dumbass because they ask a question that you think they ought to know.
Yeah.
Because you don't know who's giving who advice.
Mm-hmm.
People are trying to learn, but if you make it such a bad experience for them, that drives people away.
Yeah.
Right.
It's, like, I will say that another thing new people need to understand, if you're going to order a world-class Texas belt, you need to get it in the original red like God intended, because I will make fun of you for a blue one. I'm kidding. That's a joke. Kind of. But
he is serious, and what you're saying is there'll be people that are laughing, or are you crazy, or don't you know who you're talking about, when they're saying, hey, can I get a reference on Pond Water Dave? And there's people that come in these groups all the new time, and you're sitting there laughing at them, making fun of them.
Right.
People don't know. There's new people in this hobby all the time, and what you're doing is just making yourself look foolish and yourself look like a bully. Now there is a level of having some thick skin, and that is fine. A lot of people are going to say a lot of things, but you're going to have to go have a good thick skin somewhere else. When there's a group that can be controlled, it should be controlled in a group setting where they're trying to have fun, not trying to have negativity. And growing thick skin is a lot different than somebody attacking you for a belt that you just posted. It's your new belt day and you're proud of it. And hey, it's not a $500, it's not a Reggie, it's a $250. But I'm posting it, I'm loving it, and then you're crapping on it. That's not about thick skin. That's about you telling that other person that you're just one piece of and you need to get out. Just get out of the group because you're a piece of crap. Go do that elsewhere. And there are people like that in the hobby, and you got to avoid them. They have no life. They have no friends. They have no business. It's the hobby is 100% their world. The internet is their world. They have no humility. They have no kindness in them, and they want to do nothing but bring you down because they are negative, because they breed negativity. They're around negativity. So ignore them and enjoy these belts for what they are. Come to the groups that we've recommended: Wide World of Belts, Classic Belts, CBB, Inner Circle. I love those wrestling belts. Championship Belt Brothers. Who else am I missing? You guys go around. Who else am I missing?
Go to Instagram, go to King Coley, and just watch
Idle
the magic.
Tuesday every Tuesday.
I've gone to King Coley since we started.
Yeah, Belt Masters. Belt Masters is a great group to promote your stuff and do. Championship Belt Brothers, Championship Figure Brothers. Get you about 10 or 12 groups and stay in those. Yeah. And the other thing I want to recommend is don't jump to that first maker that's in your inbox with a that this is this belt and I'm going to give it to you. And it's post about that person, no matter if it's the greatest part. Get recommendations on belt makers before you go do it. Do a little bit of research on that. That'll help you go along the way.
Yes.
Anybody wanted to add
I cannot recommend that enough.
Anybody want to add it? And on top of that, before we jump on the next segment,
Because
here,
there are
the
times to where like I don't know about certain belt makers. I don't know everybody. I never heard of a Mohammed Zubair up until Pondwater Dave and Ben were recommending these guys. And I'm very hesitant to work with new makers because I don't know their work and all that stuff. Are they just going to take my money and run? I asked these guys, hey, is this a good maker? Yeah, he does really good work, yada, yada. Okay, I'm going to put my trust in you guys. I'm going to trust you guys. And yeah, if it wasn't for their recommendations, I would have never had that belt. And I think Zubair does great work. So I thank those guys, Ben and Dave down there, for recommending this maker because there's a lot of bad makers out there.
Right.
But always get your references.
Reputation. All you have is your reputation. So if I try to tell somebody that this guy is good as gold and they get screwed, that's back on me. So I'm real careful about who I endorse. You know,
right.
People used to ask me about Dan, Belts by Dan, and me and him, we personally do not get along. It don't have nothing to do with belts,
right?
But I won't tell somebody that I'm gonna say, okay, you're gonna get your belt. It's gonna be a good belt.
Yeah.
And I'd never pay that much money for one. That's my honest opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not crapping on his price structure. That's me. My budget doesn't, people dog on him because he's got a belt listed for $15,000. Good. I hope he gets it.
Right.
Good. I mean, why am I counting his money?
Yep. Gotcha.
It's not my budget.
Gotcha.
I don't have to like you to not be honest with, I'm trying to think of somebody else that, you asked me about somebody like Russ Miller. If Russ Miller tells you something, take it to the bank. He's good as gold. He's never going to screw you. It's good to have these friendships, and everything that happens to me in professional wrestling. I'm a referee, for some of y'all don't know. Everything good that has happened to me in professional wrestling happened because I was a member of belt groups. My group chat that's been 11 years old now. We talk every day. They're my best friends in the world. We came together as belt collectors, coordinating meetup times at NWA Legends in 2014. And we talk every day. We call each other, we text each other, we hang out. And I wouldn't have got the Ric Flair's last match if it wouldn't have been for the friendship that I made through wrestling belts.
Right.
Jay-Z. I met Jay-Z because he put back on the bulletin board, you had a headline and or like a signature. And he said, he called out Dan and he called out, I'm trying to think who else. Several people of us, y'all, but he was just saying, look out, here I come. And he was just getting into the belt hobby and he was very excited about it.
Right.
I'm like, I got called out. I don't even know this guy. But I got to know the guy, and he's one of my best friends in the world. And
Great guy. Tweet at Bojangles and get him in a commercial.
And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be back in belts.
Yeah.
He made me regain my love of belts after I lost everything after my divorce.
There you go. So the other groups I wanted to quickly mention too. You got Belt Masters, Wrestling Collectors Empire, Inner Circle, Northern Michigan Wrestling Society, Wrestling Belt Society, a Wrestling Belt Club. You have All Elite Belts, who is a niche group that has all top layer belts. If that's what you're being in, and you're all about the high end belts, that would be a group for you as well. There's some great groups out there. There's WCW. There's Figure Kingdom. There's so many great groups out there, and I don't want to miss any. If there's not, that you can put them in the chat. Big Boys Belts, love those wrestling belts again. Just some great groups. But just remember, be kind and be humble, and you'll always be okay. And it's okay to talk with the admins, but don't let anybody put on your group as we get ready to go into the SummerSlam segment here. Ethan, finish it up.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of want to issue a challenge. You know, there's just so much ego and there's so much machismo in the hobby. Here's the thing: is because again, I'm not abstaining from anything. I'm definitely not. I'm lucky enough.
That 20 seconds.
I'm lucky enough to be on a podcast with Kev, and it's the best, in my opinion. It's the best produced podcast out there, and that's my opinion. But I'm lucky enough to have a little platform, not a huge one, but we're happy with what we have. When you post something, when something's posted on these pages and a comment's made and you don't like the comment, you don't agree with the comment, you don't understand the comment, let's make it more. We'll either scroll by, but if it really does bother you, let's make it more common to just PM a person. Yeah. PM a person in a cordial way and be like, hey, kind of wanted to understand what you're meaning by this. And maybe we can avoid a lot of just back and forth in the comments of ego boosting and things like that. Because again, I'm not abstaining. I'm not. We've all been there. So maybe we can just try to be a little more civilized, and maybe we can just clean this up ourselves.
Yep. That's it. As you guys know, we're getting ready to now talk into SummerSlam recap. And we're here with our great guy, Ben from Championship Belt Brothers, Stephen Hammer from Stephen Hammer Reviews. Check him out. And we got the King Coley. Go check him out on Instagram at King Coley. Just type in Title Tuesday. You will see a million pictures of him looking great. Feet pictures are 99 cents a piece, $1.50 for both of them. We're also here with a great guy in this hobby. I've been on his show. He's been on our show. Check out the interviews on both places. Talking Wrestling with Pondwater and Amy. They are on the Marked Out Moments YouTube page, which also has another great show called Drunken Pop. You got to check that one out. They're doing great things over there. That channel is also doing some great things with a bunch of great interviews and a lot of great stories on wrestlers and what was it called? What's that guy been doing? Or that guy been what's it called?
That boy was busy.
That boy was busy. You got to check out some of that. I recommend the Rock and Roll Express. As we do that, we are going to jump into our next segment here as you are watching Double Drop Kick Podcast. As you guys know, we had SummerSlam this past weekend, and I wanted to know what these guys thought of it. Let's do some SummerSlam talk. That's right. It's time to do some SummerSlam talk. As you know, we had SummerSlam this past weekend. I thought it was meh. It seems like everything is going to 2 days now. And it seems like we might even get WrestleMania 2 times a year. But we're going to talk about SummerSlam right now. And before we get into each match real quick, just a thumbs up for me. I'm going to go sideways on the SummerSlam event. Ethan, up or down, sideways?
I'm going to give him one of these just for a couple of reasons.
Hammer is up for you. King Coley, up or down or sideways for you?
Night 1, night 2.
There you go. All right.
I should have done that.
All right. Pondwater Dave, for you overall. There we go. And Ben, what about you, man? Sideways for you. Well, let's start into the SummerSlam, and none of these are in particular order, but let's start out with the first match. Bliss and Flair, Rodriguez and Perez, the Women's Tag Team Championship, and coming out of this as the winner was Flair and Bliss. We'll go around the room, 10 seconds each on each one of them so that we can get through all the matches. Ethan, for you?
Okay match, odd pairing, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. I don't necessarily like the pairing. Alexa Bliss, she's got her own little following. I like her. Charlotte, I think she needs to drop the Queen thing and maybe get a little humbler or something, or maybe come back as Alexa Bliss's doll, or something to spice it up. But it's an odd pairing.
I got you. Hammer, what you think?
Truthfully, I did not watch this match, so I don't really have a big comment on it. I saw the finish. I saw the finish. The finish was cool, but yeah, I'm not didn't really like it.
All right. Then there's no on there. Let me get from CDB. Ben, what you think?
Pretty decent match. Good ending. Didn't have any interference like the rest of the card, but yeah. It was pretty decent match.
All right, let's go over to Pondwater Dave, who we were watching your recap of it and talking, and liked a lot of your opinions. What did you think of this match?
I like this match. I think it's Charlotte. I'm not accustomed to Charlotte having fun. This "we're not friends" angle is a lot of fun for me. It's a different presentation of her. I'm enjoying it. I didn't think they were going to win. I thought there was going to be closer to when Liv came back and they could say, "Oh, you lost my title," and they still can. I didn't think the belts were going to change hands when they did, but I'm glad they did. I thought it was a fun finish. It was a fun match. I've got a Charlotte Flair wall.
Right.
I'm really loving. I'm loving this particular presentation of her because she looks like she's having fun.
Gotcha. And King.
See, check it out. This, right here, woman version of Team Hell No. This is the way I'm looking at it right here. Very predictable ending. We know that they was going to win, but I like the fact that now Charlotte and Flair is getting built up now instead of just going straight to the top of the card and everything. The fans is getting behind her. They like her right now. So I'm liking it. I want to see where it goes. The fans, what she say on Monday, this is my first "you deserve it" chant. So let's see where it goes. It reminds me of Team Hell No. That's what I see with it. I like it. Let's see where it goes.
I like the angle to see where it's going to go. Of they don't like each other, but they did. I like those kind of angles. It's been done in the past a lot with some men, but yeah, I like it and see where it's going to go. I thought this was the first time in a long time that Flair looked healthy and good in the ring again. She was very ring rusty coming back. She was also injured in a lot of other matches that we didn't know about. But I thought this was a match that she finally looked good. She finally looked healthy. She looked refreshed. She was on point, and I thought them two did very, very well in this match here. Going on to the next match. What we got here? We got Cross and Zayn. And I don't even want to start. I'm going to save last for me on this, but King Coley, you go first on this one. Let me hear you 10 seconds. What you got on this one, buddy?
I didn't like it. I expected Cross to go over, and it didn't happen. Sammy did not need this win, but it would have been better for Cross to get some momentum and everything, or hopefully his contract situation didn't play with it and everything. Some saying that he signed, some say he didn't. I don't try to stay away from the dirt sheets, but talk about this match, I ain't like it. Like I said, just flat out.
There you go. Because the winner of this match was Sami Zayn. Hunter Dave, what do you think of this match?
Conventional wrestling booking says that Sami Zayn should have won this match. And even though the storytelling that he wouldn't use the crowbar, and he turned out that Cross was wrong and he was a good guy. I say all that to say I hated this match. Cross should have won. It did not hit for me.
Oh, man.
I don't think the fans were very happy at all in that building when Zayn won that match. Ben, what do you think?
I didn't like it. I didn't like Cross losing. Yeah, I think he should have won that match. I don't know why they keep putting Sami Zayn over this guy. This guy has a crowd behind him.
I'm sorry, Ben. Go ahead.
Yeah, just didn't like it.
Hammer, what say you?
Like everybody else, it was kind of meh. You know what I mean? Like it was your typical middle of the card match. It wasn't a TLC or nothing like all the other bigger hyped matches. Very just thumbs down for me. Yeah, Karrion Kross, if he's with the company, he should have won this match. But I understand if he's on his way out, you're going to lose. I get that, but yeah, still, I don't get the hype sometimes around Sami Zayn.
I don't either. Ethan, what do you think?
They're killing Karrion. Well, they killed Karrion Kross now. If he gets it, I guess they reported that they've offered him a contract. He hasn't accepted. Sammy, he had his moment in the bloodline. The match was just. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I agree with what Sammy should have won on it because of experience or whatever. But this Cross guy, people are wanting. They are wanting over, and WWE has done this with a bunch of people that have won that shouldn't really have won on paper or been a champion on paper because the crowd loves it. People like this Cross guy. The only thing that I can figure out why this had won is because there's cut the contract. It's not signed, and there's something going on, or he's gone. But Sami Zayn's, I'm sorry if medicine's wearing off. His matches are all the same style matches. I'm on my deathbed, and I'm still going to win it. I'm kind of tired of Zayn. I don't like the politics sometimes that he throws in here, but I can guarantee you one thing though. I will be shocked if he's not the Royal Rumble winner in Saudi Arabia. I will be shocked. And if people know what I'm talking about, then you understand what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I think Cross is a great talent, along with his wife. They are both great and refreshing. And people keep clamoring like, look, we're tired of the same top 8, 7, 9. There's so many great young people, and I say go watch marked out moments of the live wrestling event that they did. Look at all these young guys that are up and coming that were 10 times better than some of these matches that were in SummerSlam. Go watch that on marked out moments. But I was disappointed and I was shocked that they let Sammy get this win on that. On to the next match. As we have the winner there. Yeah, break that. Got a little hot one here. We got Jey Uso and Roman Reigns versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. And getting the win? Of course. Could anybody else see Roman coming back losing? Oh. Ethan, what'd you think of this match?
I guess it was an okay match. Roman's kind of on his way out. He's doing his movie thing. Lost his shoes again. Just kind of there to put. I think he's just there to put some of the family over, and he'll mosey on his way out because I think he's doing a Street Fighter.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was an okay match. Nothing to write home about there. It's just not my cup of tea.
Gotcha. Hammer, what you think?
Truthfully, I don't remember one single thing about this match. And I hate to say that because it's Roman, it's Jay.
Too much.
I don't remember anything about this match. I really don't.
Top slapping at Taco Bell. I told you
Dude,
that.
I love Taco Bell, man. This is so good. Yeah. Nacho fries, man. Come on, this is so good. But yeah, truthfully, I don't remember this match at all. I really don't.
It was night one, the first match, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I have no memory of it whatsoever.
Okay. I mean, he was doing a little. I think we all know what Hammer was doing. Welcome into the bedroom. Steven Hammer. We'll skip this match. That's what was going on there. Ben, what did you think of this match?
Oh, it was a hard hitting match.
It was that. A lot of big boys.
A lot of back and forth. Decent match. Am I safe to say that it was a decent match, or was I not watching a match? I'm waiting for Doza.
I'll do whatever you say. I can't say anything. I have white privilege, so anything I say,
Ben's got that get off my lawn look on his face right now.
Yes, I can't say anything. Dave's sitting there like, should I say anything? Dave, you're up next. We're going to let you go with your white privilege first. Why don't you go ahead and give it? Oh, wow. Go ahead. Tell me. There was big boys in there.
I don't like Roman Reigns.
Oh shit.
I don't like Roman Reigns. And I thought that Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, I don't think they should have lost. I think they should have won dirty. We need to be setting up Survivor Series. I love the thing with the shoes being the tribal the tribal thief, but I just it didn't hit for me. It didn't hit for me, and like I was ready to watch SummerSlam, and here comes Roman. I'm like, well, I'm not a fan. I don't see what everybody else sees. I see Temu Aquaman.
Wait. Can you do that again? What you did on screen when you saw him? What did you do when he came on screen? When you saw him, he went. There was a sound effect. I did a sound effect.
Oh.
But I saw Dave's hand come. But go ahead.
But no, it just didn't hit for me.
I got you.
They didn't call me to ask me how to correctly book it.
I will make note of that. Triple H, I know you watch the show all the time. Me and you were, I got you right here on the phone. I'm gonna hit you up and say what Pondwater said. And Pondwater said he didn't care, that he was gonna tell Conrad on you anyway. King, tell me what you thought.
Hey, this match, I didn't like it either. I agree with Dave. Braun should have won. They should have won. They could have won dirty. They could have won some type of way. They should have got put over so we could build up this extra, build them up to a little bit better. Because, all right, Roman is Roman and Jay is Jay. The crowd going to be behind him no matter what. You need to build these people up to be some type of dynamic force right here so they can sit there and go individual. I love that Roman shoes keep getting taken. But that's a whole different subject. This match was trash. I went and got a beer because I went to go I was at the bar and got a beer, and I was like, yeah, this go whatever. Then I hate the fact is they wanted to start yeeting in the middle of the match. I don't know why that pissed me off the way it did. I was like, what the hell is this? And then Roman here, he don't want to yeet, try to be cool. And like I said, Aquaman. Dave, great comparison. I love you for that, man. Because I was like, that was just so terrible.
My thing, I didn't like this match. I liked that it was some big boys. We're finally getting some heavyweights. We're getting out of the 5'5" or whatever. It showed you really how small Yeet Boy is in the ring compared to real heavyweight.
Yeah.
That's the reason I think he only won the championship was all the merch he was selling, and then everybody wants to be behind whoever the best song is. Yeah. So if I was a new up and coming wrestler, I'd make sure I had the best song coming out.
Can we make the sprinkler great again? Just saying. That's it.
But that's what I thought about it. I did like the taking of the shoes part. But I'm ready to see more Bronson Reed, and I like Breaker too.
Love Bronson Reed. Love Bronson Reed.
I did like some of the hard hitting stuff that was in it, but it's just the Yeet and the tribal guy just is enough, and then you're putting him on the tribal chief. Then, well, what happened to that storyline with them? I mean, they're not even. It's just I don't know.
Yeah,
it's kind of a little too confusing, and we'll get into the forgetting of storylines, by the way. But that was that match, and we'll move on to the next one here.
You're right about the songs, though. If I was a woman wrestler, I'd change my name to Caroline, and I'd come out to Sweet Caroline, and I'd have them singing.
It's exactly what you do. Exactly what you do. The next match we had here. And I got my opinions on this, and then I'll go first on this one here. Stratton was the winner. I couldn't see it any other way. I would still like. Somebody got me on. I'm getting a feedback from somebody's audio. Let's see who that is. Somebody had me up very, very loud. Reduce background noise. If that is. Anyway, Jade is great, but I think her feet are still, she needs to be in NXT for a little bit longer. I think she's going to be spectacular. I just think she needs a little more work. But I thought this match went the way it was going to go.
Yeah.
But Jade's going to be a superstar. I just think she needs some more ring work. Ethan?
I love Tippy Time. I love that whole thing. But Jade, like I said, Jade is gonna be a beast, man. Give her time, and she's such a specimen. And like in the coming years, she's just gonna be. I want her to have this just epic run with Rhea. I think those two would have a. That's like the Austin Rock of the female division in the next coming years. Is Jade and Rhea. I think those two are just a powerhouse.
Hammer?
Yeah, to me, Jade Cargill is a superstar. She looks like a superstar. She has the total package. But yeah, she still needs some in-ring work. I think that's where she lacks just slightly. I thought it was a good match overall. I thought at one point they were actually going to let Jade win during the finish, and then Tiffany finally hit the moonsault and all that stuff. Pretty decent match. Not the greatest women's SummerSlam match of all time, but yeah, I think the right person won.
It was before Dan. I didn't mean to interrupt, but it was very sloppy, that match. They did not mesh well. There was a lot of uh-ohs that you could see in that match.
Yeah.
Maybe it was some of the camera work, but I don't think they meshed well together, and I just think it's more of Jade needs a little bit more ring work with her feet work, like early on. Who's our Intercontinental Champion right now for the men?
Dom
Early on was very slow with his feet, but now he has become right there with a little bit of ring work. And maybe I'm wrong in that or whatever, but that's just what I see. Ben, what do you think?
Same. I feel the same. She needs some polish, but I mean, it's just that clash of styles between the two. They didn't have like that rhythm. That I can't think of the word I'm trying to
chemistry
put together with this. Chemistry. Thank you. Chemistry. The in-ring chemistry. Both of them are pretty new. I mean, Tiffy's not been around too much longer than Jade, but she's a little bit more polished than Jade. Jade needs just some more work. That's it. She'll be okay in the future.
All right, let us hear it. Super Dave, give it to us now. Set us straight.
I'm gonna qualify all this with saying that I love Jade.
Yeah,
she does no wrong in my eyes. She's
a
marvel to look at. I admire the dedication that she has to maintaining her look, the discipline. She's just, I'm in awe when she's out there, and I don't think that she needs to be the second coming of Luthez. They should book her shorter matches, more power moves, play to her strengths, hide her weaknesses, and I would give I'd only give 1 star to the production, the WWE production, because their cameras did not. They were shooting things both nights that they shouldn't have been shooting.
The table. We'll get with the table. Yeah, we'll get to the table.
Yeah, they exposed so much, and not it really wasn't all the talent's fault. They should have. The camera angles really screwed them a lot, but I would have liked to seen Jade win. But again, and I don't have anything against Tiffy. I don't have anything against Tiffy at all. It's just that I was a fan of Jade in AEW. I'm a fan of Jade in WWE.
I hear you. Let's get over to King. What do you think of this match?
Oh, it's very shocking. I didn't sit here and expect the outcome to be what it was. I didn't expect a 7-minute match either. But I thought that Jade was going to win. Lately, like I said, the same match like with WrestleMania with her and Charlotte. For some reason, she don't click with some wrestlers. And I'm not saying that she's not a bad talent, because her and Becky have put on some good matches in NXT, so she can go. And her and Nia Jax matches hasn't been bad. But this right here, I thought Jade was gonna win. I'm a huge fan of Jade, so I thought, okay, Jade gonna go over, and she's gonna start this star-studded run and start up her beef for her and Bianca. That's why I thought it was gonna go. But like I said, I didn't expect it to be a 7-minute match. But that swanton that Tiffy did what made Jeff Hardy jealous.
I was shocked at why it was a 7-minute match. I don't know if somebody saw the things that I was seeing. Like we're fumbling on some things here, and maybe they call it early. Let's go or something. Could that have happened, Dave? Can that happen? Them guys in the background saying, this is the awkwardness here? Because there was a lot of awkwardness in their match. Could somebody have said, "Hey, do your finisher, let's wrap this up. It's not working between you two"?
It's possible, or they could have maybe the first match went long. I mean, maybe the previous match went long, or maybe they were just having to eat some time. Maybe they had to cut some time.
Oh, that is true. We did see that on one of those backstage episodes that we did. But on to the next match here. We had the World Heavyweight Championship match. And the winner of that match was CM Punk. Oops, sorry. Cashing in. Happy man. Seth Rollins takes it away. Holy, you're up. What you think?
Right here, that match with Gunther and CM Punk, first off, was a banger. I loved it. Hard hitting, chest was red. They smacking each other. Absolute great match. I love the match all the way from the start to the finish. It shows that CM Punk legs is under him now. He's like, he can go now. This is the CM Punk that I love. But Gunther, like right here, it furthers my statement that Gunther is, if not the best wrestler in WWE, he's one of the best wrestlers in WWE. He can go at anybody. And it showed right here with that. Then Seth Rollins cashed in, predictable. The work of the century. They tried to work us, but we all knew it was coming. And
Yeah.
I'm definitely happy that happened, and I'm definitely happy that Seth is the champion.
There you go. I like Seth Rollins. I do.
Me too.
Dave, what'd you think?
The cash in was the only prediction that I had right about night one.
Oh wow!
And I would have thought that he would have cashed in before Punk won the belt, because he said that he was going to, as long as he was there, Punk would never be champion. I think the cash in saved night one. That's I thought Gunther and Punk was good. It just seemed like it drug on forever. I thought it was too long. But that being said, I said earlier in the day to my group chat, I said I think Seth's cashed in tonight, because when he flew so shortly after the injury, that threw a red flag up to me. Like, weren't they be afraid of blood clots or something? I just, something about his traveling right after that injury and not staying in Alabama to be looked at. It just, I thought I don't buy it. And so I was right about the cash in. And because of the cash in, I turned off night one happy. It saved the show.
There you go. Ben?
Nice twist. Nice, good match. Cash in was pretty cool. Not bad.
Not bad. All right. Hammer?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people hate this match, but I actually loved it. I thought it was great. I thought Gunther looked like a beast in this match. Punk is over there sucking wind, and Gunther's over there just like, come on, Punk. Come on, get back up, Punk. And I thought it was great. I thought Gunther looked good. I thought the visual of Punk holding the belt up at the end, and then Seth's music hitting, and then him seeing that realization on his face that, oh, no. I thought the ending was great with him throwing down the crutches. That visual was really cool. And then him turning around, taking off the brace and sprinting. I thought it was great. I thought it was a really fun match. I loved everything after the match. I was very happy with it.
There you go. Ethan, give us something. What you think of this one?
A solid match. Probably did run a little too long, and I don't think Gunther needed to blade himself as bad as he did. But otherwise, cash in was good. Sets up the road to WrestleMania. We all know CM's going to get he's going to get his Mania moment this year. It's got to happen.
Yeah.
Unless injury, it's going to happen.
I don't think that was a blade. That was a blood plaque. I don't think they blade anymore because it doesn't look like natural blood doesn't look like that. I think it was a blood plaque he put in and just way over the thing. But my thing is, I liked how they still made Gunther look like a strong powerhouse star he was. Because I thought 95% of the match, he beat the snot out of CM Punk all over that ring, slapping him, move after move after move. And it was just taking your eye off the ball that got CM Punk the win, and then predictable, the cash in. But I enjoyed it, and I think that was one of the cool things of that night. We'll go right here to the triple threat match. And this was all the big things that I don't like, going through a million tables after tables after tables after. I'm tired of tables. I'm tired of ladders. I'm tired of, it's just becoming annoying to me. But anyway, congratulations to the winner of the Wyatt Sticks. Their winner. Yeah, congratulations, Ethan.
Again, I'm with you on that. I'm kind of over the table
And I don't want no
matches.
dang
It's
Slim
just,
Jims because you put it on a table either.
yeah, it's one of those matches that was my bathroom match. Honestly, too. I'm just gonna be honest.
Well, you missed a great match. Let me tell you.
There you
let me
go,
tell you
Hammer.
something,
Give
brother.
it to us.
Let me tell you something, brother.
This
This was the biggest TLC match I think that they've ever had. 6 teams in a TLC match. This was everything that I wanted in a TLC match. Just pure chaos. That's what I want in a TLC
Steven's
match.
got a diamond cutter right now, bro. No,
Plus,
the other kind of diamond cutter.
I know what Steven's got right now.
Yeah, boy, I'm a huge Wyatt
That's the
fan.
diamond cutter.
Always have been. So the fact that they're tag team champions, they came into this match tag team champion, and they won or kept the titles. Of course, naturally, I'm going to love it. But just the overall destruction that happened during this match, I love it. I don't know how people could hate on it because it's a tables, ladders, and chairs match. So people complain that there's tables, ladders, and chairs. It's what you're going to see in this match. It's going to be just craziness. I thought all the spots looked good. Everything was pretty good. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Sue me.
Ben, what'd you think? I love it. Give it.
I mean, it was a big demolition derby. I mean, why did we need outside interference when there's already 6 teams in the match? Then you had all this other outside interference. That thing was a crazy demolition derby. It's what it was: table, ladders, and chairs.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big crash, but that's what it was advertised as.
There you go. And Pondwater?
I didn't know that the Wyatt Six were the champions until I saw the graphic. Did not know that was Dexter Lumis either. I was pulling for Andrade and Rey Fenix to win it. I didn't like. Here's what took me out of it. First off, you 6 teams are going to have a tables, ladders, chair match in front of the Dudley Boys and the Hardy Boys. And then we probably had the first OSHA-approved tables, ladders, and chairs match because your Slim Jim tables had slots carved into them for the legs of the other tables to stack on them. Now, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But do it to all the tables, not just the tables you're going to stack. Because I want to see 4 holes in the tables and Slim Jims on all the tables. That took me out of it. It's the little things.
Well, you're wrong.
I mean, they're car crash matches. I thought that Candace's bump was. I think Candace's bump was really good. I think they stayed on the ladder too long though, so you could see that it was wood painted like metal.
Yeah.
It just. I'm not a big tables, ladders, and chairs guy. But there was so much that took me out of it. I guess you have to take the belt holder off of the clip. You just can't take the belts off of them anymore. I don't know if that's an official rule, but that's how they do it.
Gotcha.
Because there was plenty of times when they could have just unsnapped the belts. Because unsnapping the belts and falling with them isn't as bad as the shit that you're doing off the ladders.
Right.
So you could do that. Sorry.
Late.
I'm a potty mouth. But like I said, it was okay for what it was. There was just little things that took me out of it. And once you take me out of it, and I do watch matches through the eyes of a referee, so I'm noticing stuff that a lot of people don't probably notice anyway.
I got you. King Coley, 10 seconds on this match. What you got?
Absolute demolition. That's all I can sit here and say. I love the little table spot that they did. Everybody outside the ring, and they just all jumped on the tables and everything. But like I said, it was very staged, but predictable outcome. We knew it was about to happen. We knew the Wyatt Six wasn't about to lose that soon. Hopefully they keep getting booked better because they had the dopest debuted in wrestling history, in my opinion, outside the NWO. And then you come with this, and then it's just been all doing vignettes until now. So hopefully they get booked well and push them to the moon. Uncle Howdy get some shine and keep going up.
All right, gotcha. And give us 10 seconds now on this match. We're a little short on time here, so this one we had here, I thought it was a pretty good fiery match, and the winner taking it home. 10 seconds, Corey. What'd you think of this match?
Pretty goddamn good match. I really enjoyed it, start to finish and everything. Love that Naomi ended up winning. Keep that title reign going. I feel that she's going to lose to Stephanie Valkyrie. Talk to me, baby.
All right, Pond Water. What you think?
I couldn't have said it any better. I think the cash in from Naomi was designed for her to be a transitional champion to drop to Stephanie, because having her go to SummerSlam against Jade seemed obvious, and she cashed in the other way and got on a different show. And it was a great match, though. I think Io Sky is low key probably the best women's wrestler on the in-ring performer that they got on the women's side right now.
Yeah.
There you go, Ben. 10 seconds. What you got?
I agree with that with EO. Good match. Let's stop with the triple threat women championship matches, though. You don't need to keep doing it. But yeah, it's a pretty good match.
There you go. Hammer. 10 seconds on it.
A fun match. I loved it. All women are pretty. They are bootylicious, in my opinion. I think they look great. I thought it was really cool of Naomi's dad to be the one playing the guitar as she came out. I thought that was really cool. I thought it was a great match. I really did. I enjoyed this one.
There you go. Ethan, 10 seconds on this one.
Fantastic match. I'm tired of seeing them in a triple threat. But again, these girls are one of the matches that saved the night.
Yep.
There you go. She deserves all the flowers. Oh, I think she's going to be a new fan club queen. Maybe. As we jump on to the next match here that we have next up, we got Becky Lynch and Valkyra. As we knew, Lynch took the title. Ethan, 10 seconds on this one. What you got?
Typical Becky match. I mean, I really wish it would have been Bayley that was in the match and won, but it's a Becky match.
There you go. Hammer, 10 seconds. What you got?
I've said it 100 times. Truthfully, I didn't watch this match because I just do not like Becky Lynch. I think she's very boring, if I'm just being honest with you guys.
Great on the mic.
I've heard that this match was really good. I think it was Street Fight or something like that. I heard it was really good, but I just don't like Becky, man. I don't like
her. You go. Ben, 10 seconds on it. What you got?
Bathroom break. Go ahead. I didn't watch the match. I didn't. I was cooking and I didn't watch the match.
No worries. Pondwater, what you got? 10 seconds on this one.
It sucked. Bayley, I felt like it was the whole match was set up for Bayley to interfere, and Bayley should have come out and went full heel on Lyra. And when she did the problem with Becky and then accidentally getting Lyra, and Lyra needs to learn how to, in a situation when your hand comes out of the zip tie, do not put your hand back in the zip tie.
Just play it off. Let her start punching you.
That's the production snafus that I'm talking about.
Yep.
Is somebody in production should have got that camera off of her when they saw her hand come out of the zip tie.
Yep.
I'm gonna need somebody to get in in somebody's ear and say, I'm gonna need y'all to reach around and grab yourself by the neck and pull your head out of your ass. We're exposing the business here.
There we go. King Coley, 10 seconds on this one. What you got?
I really enjoyed this match, but like you said, the Bayley interference was very predictable with it, but I was very entertained. I was sports entertained with this match right here. Let's just say that. It served its purpose, and Becky is putting that IC title on the map, and she's doing what she's supposed to do with it.
There we go. King Coley, we got the next match here for you to start us. Give us 10 seconds on what you thought of I thought was one of the better matches of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Dom over AJ Styles. What you got, King Coley?
I really thought AJ Styles was going to win this match. It messed up my whole year because I said AJ Styles was going to win and then go against John Cena and John Cena become a Grand Slam champion and they was going to put on the thing. That was my booking for the rest of the year and it didn't happen. And I thought Dom was going to go to AAA and win the AAA championship. But it was one hell of a match. I really enjoyed this match.
There you go. Pondwater Dave, 10 seconds on this match. What'd you think?
Loved it. Dominic is low-key my favorite wrestler in WWE right now.
There you go. 10 seconds. Ben, what you got?
Good match. Very entertaining. Eddie Innie. Pretty good.
There you go. Heel. Hammer, what you got? I called you heel.
I thought it was a fun match. I love the entrance that they had.
Yes.
I love AJ Styles wearing like the Eddie Guerrero and coming out in the low rider. I thought that was really cool. The finish of the match really cool with taking off Dom's boot, and so I thought that was really good.
Smart, old school.
I think the right person won. I think Dom is doing fantastic right now. Really fun SummerSlam match in my opinion.
Ethan, 10 seconds on this one.
This is one of the top matches of the 2 days. It was. I've turned into a big Dom fan. He's paid his dues. He's doing big things. I like the AJ coming out in the low rider. I love the little Eddie Guerrero references and the Ray references. Had an old school feel, and it was just a phenomenal match. You can tell that Dom has that lineage in him, man, and that's nice.
Yeah, I didn't like Dom when he came in. I thought he had way too much work to be put in the spotlight that he was, but he has worked his tail off, and he's become one of my favorites, and he's a crowd favorite. He loves the fans. I'm all for this one. Keep pushing him. I think you're going to see the world title around his waist very, very soon, in my opinion. I liked it. Now on to the next one we got after this. We have Fatu Solo. And the winner of this match, I was kind of surprised, Solo. Ethan, 10 seconds on this one.
Holy interference. I'm over the interference. Like I would have rather seen Fatu won. Again, though, the interference is just killing me. It ruins the match. It ruins the talent.
Yeah.
I got you. Hammer, 10 seconds on this one. What you got? What you think?
My opinion, this match did not need to be a steel cage match with everything that happened. To me, steel cage matches should be special. They should be. This wasn't needed to be a steel cage match. Very mid match, in my opinion. That's really all I got to say.
Ben, what you think?
It was a SmackDown match on the pay-per-view. I agree with Steven. I agree with Ethan. It was too much interference. Why are you going to make a cage match and then have all that interference? Was it? All right. Okay. It could have been booked better than that, though.
There you go. Pondwater, 10 seconds on this match. What you got?
May need more than 10. I got an opinion.
Okay.
For one, I have not liked Solo since they neutered him and put him in a suit. He was a monster just like Fatu, and he's not anymore. Second, a cage match. These two had an issue. They needed to bring it all together. We're going to put them in a cage. It made sense to put them in a cage.
Lock the door.
Like in 1985 when they put Magnum and Tully in a cage. And neither one of those guys were trying to escape the cage to win the match. Escaping the cage is the lamest stipulation for a cage match. It is horrible. Winners should have to wear a skirt for the rest of their life if you escape the cage to win a match. I'm saying all that to say, also, your steel cages shouldn't have platforms on top of them to dive off of. I didn't like all that. It didn't make any sense to me. And I know he's a heel, and that's a heel finish, but I don't like escape the cage. And as soon as I opened the door and he was trying to get out the first time, I'm like, oh my God, it's this lame 1980s WWE crap. But Solo lives to fight another day as champion. But I wish they'd do something to make him the monster that he used to be.
I agree. King Coley, 10 seconds on this one. What you got?
I agree with everything you just said, Dave. They need to make Solo into that monster to keep pushing him over. But this match right here is the worst match of the whole SummerSlam weekend, in my opinion. I had high hopes for it because I'm a big fan of Jacob, and It was just trash. You shouldn't have outside interference in the cage match the way it did. And I was like, this is terrible. And I was pissed. And I wanted to throw something at the screen. I wanted to throw tomatoes at on my TV. How terrible the
Yeah, I just don't like escaping out of the door. What's the purpose of the cage if you can just? It's just like you going through the rope. It's just lock the door. Either go over the top or you have to quit. Kind of thing.
And the big guy kicks the door on Fatu's head, but he's still okay enough that he can get his heat back by throwing somebody in the cage and beating up after the match. That he should have been out when the cage hit him in the head.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that one. And then the next match we had here going on is the big main event. Cody Rhodes and John freaking Cena everywhere. I've got my thoughts on that, and I'll explain mine at the end. But let's give it up. We have a new champion, and that was Cody Rhodes. King Coley, give it to me what you got. 10 seconds on this.
One hell of a match. 5-star match, in my opinion. Like I said, they sit here and killed it. John Cena came and saw, he conquered, passing of the torch moment to Cody Rhodes. I loved it. I loved every minute of it and everything. This was one of the best John Cena matches in quite some time. From my opinion, last time he went against AJ Styles at Royal Rumble. That's the best match that I had seen him have. This right here delivered and went above that match. Happy that Cody won. Now I want to see where it goes with it, the Drew McIntyre thing, but we ain't talking about that. Love this match right here. Talk to me, baby.
I hear you. Onward, what you think?
Great match. Tremendous match. I don't know that I was ready for Cena to drop it just yet. I was still kind of baffled by he's a face just because he said he was a face on SmackDown Friday night. That was a Bizarro World promo. All my years of watching wrestling, I've never seen a face turn just because the guy came out and said, I didn't mean it. So I thought it was a great match. Tremendous match. And then the surprise, and I knew if it would have gone off the air after that match with nothing else happening, I would have been disappointed.
Me too.
I just felt it in the air and didn't see what was coming, and probably popped just as hard as anybody in that arena when it happened.
Yep, I got you. Ben, what do you think?
You're muted.
My bad. Good match. I personally had Cena winning. I thought Cena was going to win and keep going until at least Survivor Series. But I mean, that result works. It works either way. Having Brock come out, I think it would have been more to have them feud over the title. Have Cena go over Brock and then drop it to Cody down the line. But this is the path they took. So,
Gotcha. Hammer.
Not disappointed.
Yeah, I got you.
Absolutely. I loved everything. I loved Cena coming back and it was black at the beginning, then the colors popped on the screen. Then it was the old on Cena saluting. I loved it. The 30-minute match was fantastic. I think this was Cena's best match that he's had in a long time. Kudos to him. Shocked Cody won. I'm okay with it though. Fantastic way to end SummerSlam in my opinion. Great match.
Even 10 seconds on this one. You muted yourself.
I thought it was a banger. I thought it was a banger of a match, but I think the whole Cena heel turn, I think The Rock ruined that, and I think they had to improvise with Lesnar coming back, and Lesnar coming back, so they can end Cena how he started. Because if I'm not mistaken, Lesnar and Cena had a run at the beginning, so it's cool, but a great match. It was a great match.
Yeah, I kind of think that they wanted Lesnar to get him in there so quick after they got him back. And there's well, how are we going to do that? Well, we need to drop the belt because we don't want to put it on him maybe too soon, him coming back, all that kind of thing. My thing to the whole thing was this whole storyline was absolutely 100% the worst I've ever seen in wrestling. It was just horrible from the beginning to the end. If you're going to be a heel, be a freaking heel. If you're going to start something, Mr. Rock, finish it. This was garbage. And all of a sudden you come back and, I'm now him. You never changed when you were coming out. You were still wearing all that stupid gear and all the head respect. And all that, even when you were the John Cena Black, it was stupid. Something was fumbled somewhere. We all know something happened, I guess, with Rock and Triple H and whatever. I don't know. But you steered the storyline different. But I did think the match was absolutely great. Cena did really, really look good in the match. I thought it was one of his better ones since he's come back. But this whole storyline all around this was just like a big old what, what happened to the heel? What happened to your death? What happened to the Rock? What happened to the? So it's tied up in a bow, and we just forget about it now. But that's today's wrestling fans. They're on to next whoever song that they can yeet about in the next. And whose song can I sing now? Oh yeah, forget about it. He's back. Not even the story. They don't care about storytelling anymore, these fans. So that was my opinion on it. Did anybody else want to add on top of what I just said there?
Yeah.
Nah.
I can agree with what you said.
It was just it seemed like he just did a number, but I still think there's Flair's is still number still bigger than his. I don't care what anybody says. Flair's won more championships than him, and 10 times better wrestler than he'll ever will be. That's just my opinion on that. But that was a wrap up on SummerSlam, and I hope everybody enjoyed it. You guys got any, before we let these two go, we've got about 10 more minutes left in the show. We're going to let our guests get out of here. You guys, thanks so much for coming on. Hammer, any final words as we let you go?
No, a fun show tonight. Thanks for talking about the hobby and then all the toxicity. And like I said, you can see a lot of stuff on YouTube and Facebook. That's where the majority of that crap lives. Again, like I said it earlier, stick with some of the people that you trust and you value their opinions. Everybody else is just background noise at that point. Block people if you don't like them. Your life will be 100 times better. I guarantee it.
Gotcha. Ben Walker of CBB. Last words? I'm not going to blow that.
As I always say, I'll leave it at this. Leave it better than you found it. That's it.
Amen. Mr. Pondwater, owner of a cool belt behind you that I wish I had instead of you. But anyway.
I mean, how can you top what Ben Walker said? Definitely leave it better than you found it. Words to live by. Thank you so much for having me on tonight.
I love having you on,
It's
man.
a pleasure being on with all you guys.
Yeah, you have great insights, great wisdom, a lot of knowledge in the belt community, belt hobby, and your voice resonates when people say things you don't. And that maybe you might not feel that way, but it does. You have a lot of you've been in this hobby since. I remember, the board days back in 2001 and 2000 when they came on, and Ben was in those times too. And your voice resonates. You're in the business, and you're a collector, and you run a page in your admin, so your voice goes a long way. And I think a lot of people will adhere to some of the things you say. And I'm humbled and appreciative that you came on the show, and Amy let you out of the closet for you to come on in here and then join the show.
Anytime I can get away from Amy for just a minute, it's Amy knows I love her.
Clean up on aisle Dave and Amy. Clean up on dial Amy and Amy. King Coley, tell us, we'll wrap up.
Hey, appreciate for y'all having me on. Hey, pleasure meeting Dave and Ben. Like I said, I'm a big fan of all y'all and everything. Hey, everybody, just be happy and enjoy wrestling. It's like, that's all it is. Enjoy these belts, enjoy wrestling. There's nothing wrong with being positive. It doesn't cost to be kind. Just enjoy it. You got an opinion? Respect the opinion. Nobody's wrong. Nobody's stupid. And none of that. Just enjoy life. There's other things to worry about. It's wrestling. It's everybody's outlet. There's other things to worry about.
Absolutely. I think you're well said. I think we covered it. Just don't let anybody ruin your hobby. Kevin, I have to work on Tuesday. He doesn't. Amy, is his ego bigger than his collectible room that I want to spend the night in? Yeah, you guys coming on here was great. I want to reiterate: don't let anybody ruin the hobby. Talk to your admins. Seek out the groups that you feel most comfortable in, whatever that is. And don't be afraid to contact an admin, to ask questions around the hobby. Just enjoy the hobby. And remember, it is that for you. For many people, it's their life and their life revolves around them. And those are the ones that you got to go block and move on from that. And just enjoy it, because these belts bring so many memories for so many people. Me and Ethan are going to close out this show here in just a minute. To Hammer, to King Coley, to Pondwater Dave, and to Ben Walker, we thank you so much for coming on, and we will see you guys again on the flip side. Give them all those DDKs, guys.
Y'all are beautiful people.
Those guys they're so cool. We're glad that
Hockey cast.
Just cool guys. I enjoy having them on. And it's so much fun to have them on. We got to close up some business here, but as people are waiting, people are on pins and needles for this. Roll it. The picture of the week this week comes to us from Mr. David.
Look at that Georgia tag team.
Look at that belt there. That is also a new belt day for him.
Simple, regal, elegant.
It's a new belt day for him too, as well. Old classic throwback to the NWA days. The Georgia Tag Team Wrestling Championship. Good old throwback. Plates look spectacular. Great shot outside. We appreciate you, giving us this belt. This such a beautiful belt to put out there and show everybody. Dennis Wright, we appreciate it so much, and congratulations on having the belt of the week.
Beautiful.
Beautiful belt indeed. Also, wanted to go over something with you guys real quick, that we had a little issue with somebody taking a pitch and stealing it and kind of making it their own. We had this issue here with Title Trove belts. They took a ORM belt picture, and he said, even in the post, he said, this belt does not belong to Title Trove belts, just dropping it for an example. Well, if you're doing an example, you're trying to say that the quality is going to look like this. It is a taken picture from ORM belts, and I think it's from our good buddy up north. Thinking of missing his name. Yeah, Vincent. I believe it was his picture that was taken. Title Trove, shame on you for doing that. Don't be a jobber. Everybody. Ethan, I love you, buddy. I'm going to let you get out of there. We're going to see you next week. We're going to have another packed show next week. Make sure everybody throws those DDKs in there. And before we go out, we'll say one final tribute and thank you to Hulk Hogan.
Kids have a great night.
You too, buddy. Thanks so much. Let everybody give it up for Ethan Thompson. I appreciate everybody staying for tonight. We ran long because we had so much to get on and so much to cover. Still missed some stuff, so we'll talk about that next week. We're going to have another great show. It's been a wild week, but I personally wanted to say again, ask around what groups, seek around good groups, see a group that fits in for you. Don't let anybody, no matter what they do, ruin the hobby. The hobby is for you. It's a hobby. There's going to be toxic people and toxicity and all kinds of things. Just learn to block the person, ignore and move on. Report to admins if you have an issue or a problem with a person. Don't let them ruin your hobby. Do not let them take this away from you. Make sure you guys also tune in every Thursday night to our guys over at Spinning the Wheel Podcast. Every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern on the Wide World of Belts YouTube page. They are part of the DAV Network. Also, make sure you check out Mark Championship Leather. Got to check him out. He's got some openings now. And if you mention that you saw it on DDK, you're going to get an additional 10% off that. It's fantastic. Check him out. Also, check out C4 Authentic Belts online and on Facebook. Colin over there, the only one partnered with Crumrine, the only one made by a silversmith there in Australia with double saddle leather, all made there. Absolutely spectacular belt. Contact Colin for any questions. They got the real cast pieces on their belt. All the info is there at c4authenticbelts.com or go over on Facebook and hit up Colin there. C4 Authentic Belts, taking you back to like it's 1986. Thanks for all the guys coming on tonight. We had a great time. We'll end this with another Hogan tribute and we'll get out of here. But we do have a new segment starting next week that you really want to pay attention to. This is a little glimpse of it. Who can it be? We're going to have a guest. It could be anybody, anywhere, part of the hobby, wrestling related, wrestler, photographer, guy, groupie, anybody. Who can it be? 10 minutes with who? And we'll start that segment next week. And it's a secret. And you'll find out that next week. I thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I love each and every one of you. I hope you have the great rest of your weekend. And make sure just like, just subscribe, and please give us a thumbs up. You guys take care, stay kind, stay humble, and we'll see you next week right here on DDK Saturday night on the DAV Network. Good night, everybody. See you next week.